glad that I had that experience. During my time at Brown, one of the reasons why I absolutely love Brown, even to this day, of the 3 schools I attended, I would say that that was perhaps the very best experience I had, because it really helped lay that firm foundation upon which I've been able to really build over the years. And Brown encouraged inquiry. It encouraged students to go out, explore the world and its complexities, ask questions. I learned that going to college is not about being the smartest, but it's about asking the smart questions to uncover the truth. And, you know, that was powerful for me, because in operating within that fashion, I was able to uncover what my passion in life ultimately was. I was aspiring to be an engineer. And in fact, when I entered Brown, I said, I'm going to triple major. I'm going to major in math. I'm going to major in computer science. I'm going to major in education. 5 minutes? Okay. And I started getting involved in the community and realized, as I was going through the community service projects in the Providence public school system, some of the social inequities I was seeing in the classroom. I was in a I was assigned to a special education class where I saw an overrepresentation of Black and Hispanic boys. I was in a mainstream class at one point during the semester, or during the school year, where a teacher was quick to tell me who the students that he thought would make it out of high school. He told me the students he didn't think would make it. He told me the students he thought would end up pregnant. He told me the students he thought would end up dead. And I thought, well, how in the world can you be a teacher and have that sort of spirit about you? In fact, that's an evil spirit. When you have that spirit of hope, that spirit of hopelessness, because that, I would imagine, can be detected by the students, and it's transferable. And how can you be in the life of a student and have those kinds of thoughts and feelings about the student? And it moved me to action, and I decided that I wanted to explore careers in education, explore studying education. Got to the end of my career at Brown, my education career at Brown, and was faced with the tough decision. You know, again, I came into my own passion of wanting to work with young people, but you know, there's a struggle that comes at the end of the road with regard to the path you're going to take, because the reality is, people don't want to say this, but one of the reasons why I know why I went to college and why oftentimes students, particularly from my community, where I was raised, attend college, because you don't want to have to struggle financially. You want to make money. That's the reality. I love to learn, I love to explore, but I wanted to make money too. And I was faced with making that decision. Do I go to Wall Street? I had gotten an offer to work on Wall Street. Or, you know, do I do something else? And I explored that and realized it wasn't me. And I struggled and struggled and struggled. Went back to DC and worked in technology for a couple of years. And by that time, I Hope Me Unseen had come out, and was touring with Ron Suskind, and realized more and more what my passion really was. That I was not in the right place. I was supposed to be helping young people and their families. And so, right around 2000, I applied to the Harvard Graduate School of Education in their psychological counseling program, which had a focus on building risk and resiliency in high-risk populations. So I applied to this program, got into this program, got my acceptance letter the day before I got my pink slip from my job, because they were downsizing due to financial difficulties. Got into the program, did well. Thank God for my Brown experience, because it really helped me to do well. Completed the year program, went on to the University of Michigan School of Social Work, where I piggybacked off of the work I had begun at Harvard, and I graduated in December of 2003, moved back to the DC area because I had it in my heart and in my mind that I wanted to get back to my community. So I came back to DC and became a social worker for the District of Columbia. I did case management with abused and neglect youth of the city, and given the population of the city, I was working with predominantly African American youth and families, and did that up until October the 3rd of this year. It's okay. October the 3rd this year, I transitioned out of the District of Columbia Child and Family Services Agency. At CFSA, I was an adoption social worker, and decided that I wanted to take my work to a higher level in terms of having more of an impact on a greater number of young people. So October the 14th, I began my position as the director of the Office of Youth Programs for the District of Columbia City Council. And currently I'm working to spearhead 2 program initiatives with the council, and I am blessed. I feel blessed. I feel great that God has blessed me to be in such a place of influence and to be in a place where I can give back, and that people trust my instincts, and that people respect my work, and trust the work that I will be able to do through the help of God with young people and families. And I thank God for that on today. So with that, I thank you so much for your time and attention. I talked a hole in your head, but do we have time for questions and answers? We have enough time for a few questions and answers. But, I wanted to, definitely, again, say thank you. You all have been a wonderful audience.